Grab a beer and pull up a chair. Welcome to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. This is Mike, the Northwoods Beer Guy, and once again, we are on the road, and I'm with Jim.
Hey, everybody. Mike, you are under the weather.
Yeah, I kind of caught a cold. I feel fine, but my voice is terrible, so I'm going to rely on you a little bit on this.
All right.
Today, we are actually making our way down to the Quad City area, which is Moline, Bettendorf, Davenport, and Rock Island. But on the way, we made a pit stop here for a couple of reasons. We actually are in LeClaire.
Yes.
And if there's a couple of other attractions, I guess, in LeClaire that people probably know about more than the brewery that we stopped at right now. The first one is, of course, it's the original home of antique archaeology. So if you watch American Pickers on the History Channel,
History Channel,
they have their first store is here. So that's actually where our wives are at right now. Is there
hopefully not shopping and spending too much money.
Right. And the other thing that they're known for is the Buffalo Bill Museum. So that's a couple different.
Yeah, it's things you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, exactly.
Which are nice. And it seems like this is a nice little town too, right? I don't know if it's on both sides of the river, but I mean, the river is right outside the brewery.
Right through the Mississippi. So you can look out. We are actually sitting out kind of like in a patio area. The part we're in is more like a three-season type room, but it looks right out over the Mississippi. They do have like picnic tables outside. It's a little windier outside, so I think it's a good thing we're sitting in here.
But I think we were talking. There was the one place down in Des Moines that had the igloos outside.
Yes.
I think this is a much better thing, having the plastic on the windows.
Yeah. Instead of trying to crawl into those igloos.
Yeah, with beers and.
Yeah, that would have been a pain, I think.
But this, I think, is a pretty good setup.
Yeah. So
nice small brewery.
So today we are at GreenTree Brewing.
Yes.
And it is in LeClaire, Iowa. So I had never really heard of these guys. You know, and then when we started kind of doing our research on the Quad Cities, you found them.
Right. It looked like one maybe to stop on the way, because I know there's some other ones that we're going to hit that are like really close together. This one was kind of on the way. So I thought, well, maybe we have the time and we're able to. I think it'd be a good stop.
Yeah.
Try something different.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, and it looks like they have quite a variety of beers that they have.
Yes.
On tap.
And it looks like there's 14, and all of them are theirs. They brew their own. They don't have any guest taps. It's all 14 of theirs. And I thought what was interesting was I looked online, because I just printed this list on Monday, and they've already got changes on the beer list for today. Which is good. So they're always updating your beers. Which
exactly, that is a cool thing.
Yes.
You know, and I do really like the fact that all these beers are theirs. You know, and not that there's anything wrong with it, but it's always weird to me when you go to a brewery and they have a guest tap of somebody else's stuff. Because it's like, well, now you're competing with somebody in your own house. You know, why would you do that?
Right. And I mean, like, I think we talked, like, if you have like a barrel aged that you don't even have a barrel aged, and you want to.
I agree 100% with you there, because it's always been a weird thing, I think, that some places do that.
Right. But if it's a small brewery that doesn't have something like this, well, then I could see that's different. But if it's a large brewery,
like the place that my brother brews beer for, they don't do ciders, so they do have like a guest cider,
right?
And I think seltzer too. They do that, you know, where they something they don't make, but the rest of it is theirs. So, but these guys, they have quite a variety. So we went with a couple of different flights. So we're trying 8 of their 14.
Yep.
And yeah, I say we might as well get right into it.
So the other hard part is when I looked online, there isn't a lot of detail about these. Right. So we're going to be trying to finagle our way through the flavor, just like everybody, the listeners out there. It's not that we don't want to tell you, we just don't have much to go on. But the first one we're going to try is the ChupaLagra, which is a Mexican lager, 5.6% ABV.
Yeah.
So
this one probably would have worked good for when we did the Mexican style, inspired beers. This one would have fell right in there.
This is probably our lightest one of the group.
Yeah,
it's really.
I'm kind of worried about this little green tinge to this one here. Not the El Chupa lager one. We got one coming up that's got a kind of a green tinge to it.
And this one, she actually put a lime. The bartender put a lime on it, so I squeezed that in there too. So hopefully that gives a little bit different addition to it too.
Yeah. So it should be interesting to see how it compares to your Coronas and things like that.
That's not bad.
Smells decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, nothing over the top. Nothing.
It definitely reminds me of some of the other Mexican lagers that we've had. Kind of that similar. I guess the lime. When you squeeze that lime, I really don't taste the lime in there.
No, I don't really taste it. I mean, not bad. Kind of a drier finish for me. I don't know.
Yeah. It definitely has that because you kind of,
So, I mean, not bad. I mean, that's our first beer.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I think I could see drinking one of those on a hot day and such. I mean,
and only 5.6% ABV. That's not bad.
I mean, I think they did a good job on that one.
Yeah. Should I start it off?
Yeah, what are
Do you want to give us an update on how many beers you've rated?
We're getting real close to 5,900.
59.
Yeah, we're getting up there. I mean, 49. I'm sorry.
49.
49. I'm sorry. Getting close to 5,000. We're getting close to 4,900.
So hopefully we'll get you a little closer to
Hopefully,
5,000.
if things go really good this weekend, we possibly could hit it. So.
Well, that's good. And your average, is that shifted at all? Your
No, it's still the same 2.98 or whatever it is.
And just as a reminder, you rate yours a little higher than me.
Yeah.
I'm a realistic. I'm a realist. You like to overrate yourself. So on this one, I think I'm going to go 2.5. I think I'm going to go right down the middle. Nothing bad, nothing good. It's just kind of right down the middle for me. I don't know what you think.
I think it's a good representation of a Mexican lager, and I agree. I think it's like 2.5. We forgot our pen. See, that wasn't us.
What I'll do is I'll keep it on the
on your phone. There you go.
I think I got a little thing. What do they call it?
Like a note thing.
Yep, there you go.
That'll work. See, Jim's learning how to run his phone while we taste beers.
All right, notes.
So just we'll hang on to this sheet and then just put number 2.
All right, so we got Mike
2.5
and a 2.5. All right, and Jim
2.5. Yep.
All right, so
all right,
we're good
I
there.
think it was a decent way to start.
Yeah.
So the next one that we have is River Bottom X.
Oh,
so I don't know if it means 10 or what. I don't.
They do have a little bit on that one.
Yeah, I say it's a red ale, 6% ABV, 18 IBU, so it shouldn't be very hoppy.
Right.
What did they say about it?
So it says a rusty red ale made with a copious amount of malt. This baby has an exceptional mouthfeel and wonderfully diverse malt character. Well, that's a good write-up.
Yeah, it smells like a red ale.
It does smell
doesn't it?
And I smell a lot of malt.
Oh, yeah. That tastes like what I would expect a red ale.
Yeah, that's, again, not bad.
No, and definitely not hoppy. The 18 IBUs is pretty low.
Yeah, I mean, I actually like the finish on this one better than that first one.
I do too. It's actually pretty good.
A lot smoother for me.
Yep.
And the malt smell isn't in the flavor.
No.
You can smell it, but it
definitely smells malty, but you're right. The flavor, it's not that strong. We've had some that are very strong malt flavor.
Yeah,
this one isn't that.
I mean, they've hit an exceptional mouthfeel. This is actually pretty decent.
And I do enjoy the copious amounts of malt. That's kind of funny.
This is actually a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I mean, for a red ale.
Because typically your red ales don't have a whole lot of flavor.
Yeah, this
one's pretty decent.
I mean, flavor-wise, the first two have actually been decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went first last time. What do you think?
Yeah. So on the River Bottom X, I like it. I think it's better than the first one. I think I'm gonna go like a 2.9.
Ooh, all right.
Like I said, for most of the time, red ales don't have a whole lot of flavor, but I think this one has a decent amount of flavor. Like you said, the malt. The maltiness that you smell in the aroma, it's not as strong on the flavor,
right?
Which is nice. So I think hop wise, it's very minimal.
Yeah.
Anybody could drink it. I think a lot of people would enjoy this one. They wouldn't be scared off. So I'm gonna say 2.9.
Yeah, and I mean for ABV 6%, that is definitely not bad.
No,
the flavor's good. The aroma's good. I mean, I think they did a really good job. I'm actually gonna go with 3.0.
Okay.
So I think I would go back and have another one of those. For a full glass.
Right now, I was kind of between those two. I'd have that one. A pint of that one. That was pretty good.
All right. So what are
Nice.
we moving on to now?
Well, the next one is the one that you said you really, really wanted to try.
Uh-oh.
And it's Sandy Cheeks.
That was
It's
a
pineapple mango wheat beer.
wheat beer.
Wheat. 5.6% ABV and 18 IBUs again. They do have a little write-up on that as well, if you would.
All right. So we got close your eyes.
Oh, boy.
Imagine your cheeks in the sand, and not these cheeks, is what I'm thinking, with the sun warming your face. Now open your eyes and take a sip of this light, refreshing wheat beer,
Beer.
infused with mango and pineapple. No matter the season, let us bring the beach to you.
All right.
Well, it's got a good...
Well, you can smell the pineapple.
Oh,
At least I
Yeah.
can. Even with
I
my
don't know.
cold, I can smell it.
I smelled the wheatness for some reason.
Not bad.
Well, you can, the citrus comes through.
The citrus overpowers the wheat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, you're waiting for that wheaty
Yeah.
kind of a flavor, and I think the pineapple, I'm sure the mango too, but the pineapple really kind of knocks it down where you're
Right.
not getting that. Because like Susie, she really doesn't like wheat beers,
Right.
because of the wheat flavor.
Yeah, right.
But this one you really don't get a whole lot of that.
I mean, I think I smell a little bit of the wheat, but I mean, the flavor is not wheaty. The citrus, the mango, and the pineapple really knocked down the flavor.
And then I wondered if it was going to be like heartburn in the glass with
Yes.
pineapple,
Yep.
But I think the wheat must balance that out as well, because I think you could drink a pint of that and not be bad.
No, I mean, this seems, and again, I'm not a big wheat guy
Yep.
because that wheat flavor just is not a big turn on. So,
Yep.
but the way they added the mango and the pineapple both really blend good. I mean, they're doing a good job.
I'd agree. I think they did a good job on it.
And again, I don't know if we did say the ABV is
Yep, 5.6.
18 IBUs, and the color is a little bit like, I don't know, is unfiltered the word?
Yeah, it almost looks. It's not. It looks like a wheat beer, but it's almost like you can tell it's unfiltered.
Right.
But I say it's
Where
not.
the other ones you can see through. This one
it's
is
not. It's
yellowish
not
in
as
color.
hazy as like a hazy IPA by any means, but it's definitely
Right. It looks like
hazier than your normal
Yes.
wheat beer.
because the first couple were, you could definitely tell the colors. I mean, so each one of these actually has a very distinct different color to it. Which is,
I'm still
is
this
good.
next
Yeah.
one. I'm still kind of wondering about. Yeah, I don't mind. I mean,
Well,
what do you think on that one?
And it's not what I'm struggling with is I'm not a big wheat guy, so my wheat scores are lower, but this is actually decent. Wow, I think I'm going to say like a 2.7.
Okay.
I mean, it's above average, I think, because of the flavors. I mean, if I had to, I could drink that today. I mean, that's not a bad drink at all. What do you think?
I actually am going to go with 3.0. I think I really kind of like that one.
So this is your number one so
right
far?
now, so far, yes. Like I said, I think the flavor, the citrus knocks the wheat part down, but then the wheat also kind of knocks the citrus, like the acidic part of the citrus down.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think you could drink a pint of that. And, like I said, I was kind of thinking, oh boy, with pineapple in it, is it going to be heartburn in the glass? But this, I think they did a really good job, and it balances the whole thing out. And I could see drinking that on a hot day. I think that would be pretty good.
Right.
Where today it's not that hot, but it's still, I think it's a good one. I liked it.
Yeah, so far we've had 3 and we've not had a dud yet.
No, and that's always a very good thing.
Especially I've never been to this brewery. I don't think you have either.
I've never had any beers from here before. So this is all new.
So we're doing good. I mean, I'm impressed so far.
Yes.
I mean,
me too.
We are trying the easier beers. The second
flight are a little bit, I think, stronger.
There's gonna be a lot more flavor, I think.
I think so. So, and some of those, I think we had to let them sit a little bit to
warm up a little bit,
just a tad. So we'll see. So this next one
is our Berry Barely Blonde BBB.
So it's a blonde ale, 5.4%, 15 IBUs. But the thing that's weird is it's kind of a green color.
It's almost like tea, like that tea color.
It looks like almost like yeah.
I don't drink a lot of tea, but it's definitely greenish. Even the foam is green.
I was going to say it had
maybe this is their St. Patrick's beer.
Smell that. Boy, you get berry. The berry smell in that one, boy.
But maybe this is their St. Patrick's beer.
I didn't think of that. It could be. Wow. Just the aroma is actually pretty good.
There is berries. Huh.
Not bad. The aroma to me is better than the flavor. The flavor is a little bit
muted.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm struggling to come up with a flavor of the when I taste it.
I mean, you do get a berry flavor, but it's not
overpowering.
No, I thought just by the aroma it's going to be like big time. But
and by their list of what they're showing, this is the lowest IBU beer that they have. They don't give
that they
all
show.
of them that they show, right?
Yep.
So this one only says 15 IBU. I don't even think it's that high, really.
Right.
I think if they went below 10, I don't even taste any hoppiness. So
no,
or bitterness in any way. So I mean,
it's not bad. I mean,
the smell,
the smell was amazing. I was just like, dang.
I mean, that is really, really
that
good.
Really is a berry smell, and almost
not a pungent smell.
No,
just a good aroma.
I'm trying to think of which one. Well, there's so many berry type things out there now, but this is like, dang, the aroma is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this I could see drink. I mean, 5.4% ABV. So this is the lowest of the 4 we've had so far.
Yeah.
But I mean, for a summertime mowing beer,
I was going to say, I think summertime ice cold, it would be
really good.
Really good.
Yeah,
it's different. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not dissatisfied at all. I mean, wow.
So myself, I'm going to say the aroma. If the flavor matched the aroma, I mean, as strong as the aroma was, it would really have been over the top.
Yes.
So it's probably a good thing it wasn't quite that strong, but I think it lost a little bit of something there.
Right. Yep.
I'm going to go a 2.6.
Okay.
Just because I think when that initial smell, I was like, oh my gosh, and you kind of formed a mental picture what you thought it was going to taste like.
Right.
And it kind of came in under that. But it's not offensive at all. I mean, I could definitely drink another one. But I think of those 4, I think that one was probably
the lowest, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think that if the flavor would have been a little bit more flavor or a little more distinct maybe, I think I'd have went higher.
And I think on the same line, to me, it's maybe just a touch below average. So I'm going to go like a 2.4.
Yeah.
So nothing. It's not offensive, but like you mentioned, the difference between the aroma and the flavor just didn't equal out.
Yep.
So that's where if they would get that to match up a little bit better, not over the top. It doesn't have to come in a lot, but just a touch more.
Right.
Would be spot on.
Yep, that's exactly what I was trying to get at. Was just the aroma was unbelievable, and then the flavor it needed just a little more,
just a touch. Nothing, and it doesn't have to be a whole bunch. But I mean, if they had just a little bit more, that would be a perfect blend.
I agree. All right, so we're halfway through,
and we're still doing good.
So I mean, it's just looking out over the Mississippi.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few little wave caps out there, but I don't see many boats out there.
No, I didn't see many boats.
But I mean,
this is really a neat spot, though. I mean, honestly.
I mean, like, you see so many of the towns in Wisconsin, they seem to be, like, down at water level.
Yeah.
Where this one's kind of tiered up off the bank, so I don't think you have the problems with flooding
and such. Yeah, if it floods, they got a problem.
But, I mean, I wonder what that town is on the other side of the...
Yeah, I don't know if that's still part of
LeClaire or what.
LeClaire or not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wonder what it's like here in the summertime when, there's more people outside doing things.
Yeah.
But this is still nice to visit.
Then you wonder, did they open this whole thing up or not? Maybe not. Yeah. Maybe this stays closed the whole time. It could be. I dig it. It's a cool little place.
Yeah, and I think this is the way a lot of small breweries should start out, like this.
Yep.
Because they're not over the top huge.
No. And you'll see when we post the pictures, they have some part of their brewing that's like right behind the bar.
Right.
And it's not a huge system that they're using, at least there. They may have a bigger system, back in the
right. But at least then they can dial in their flavors and stuff and get it where you need to, and then you can, if you want to expand.
Yep, exactly.
Not getting too big too fast.
Nope, that's exactly right. Well, I guess we might as well get on with it here.
All right, so what number are we on?
Number 3. This is Canadian Tuxedo.
And this is a white chocolate cherry coffee stout. And it's 7% ABV, so this is our highest ABV one so far here today. Which
definitely, right now, it's the darkest one so far.
The darkest that we had.
So far.
But the flavors are very intriguing. White chocolate cherry.
Yeah.
which that's
Oh
nice.
boy, you can smell the coffee for sure.
That smells good. The aroma is really
Pretty good. I'm hoping it's not like the berry one where the aroma was everything. And
that smells really good.
Yeah. Wow.
Not bad.
I'm trying to see if I can get the cherry though.
I almost taste like a coconut. Do you?
Yeah.
I don't see.
I'm just looking to make sure they didn't mess up our order. I don't think so. No, it almost tastes like coconut. I taste more coconut than I taste cherry, unless it's the white chocolate that we're.
But I mean, the chocolate I kind of smell had that aroma. Very, very.
Boy, I don't.
But I don't taste.
I don't taste cherry at all.
It's not bad. It's not. I mean, and the coffee part is not.
Coffee. It's not overpowering.
It's not overpowering.
It's not like chewing coffee grounds.
No, this is really.
This is pretty good.
Really mild. I mean, if I could just get some of the white chocolate or the cherry.
That's and like you said. I mean, it almost tastes like coconut.
Right.
Unless it's. I don't know. Unless.
I mean it. Oh, I didn't even see that till just now.
Well, that's not right. There's a cherry in the bottom.
You can see there's the cherry. I was like, I thought there was something in there.
Apparently she didn't put the wrong. How did that go through the tapper, though?
Yeah. I wonder if she dropped that in there.
She must have when she was filling it. I had no idea.
No, I didn't know it. So, folks, I was just happened to be chipping up my glass, and I happened to look at the bottom, and I seen something red, and it just so happens that there's a cherry in the bottom of the glass.
Yeah.
So
it is the right one.
So it is the right one. There is actually, this is a cherry.
And sitting out here looking at the traffic, I see our wives just pulled back up. They were able to close the back of the car, so they didn't buy too much stuff. So that's good.
I was like, I don't know if they're looking.
They're not looking yet. Jim's showing off the cherry that was in the bottom of the glass.
They're too busy. They're engaged in their own conversation.
They're probably saying, "Okay, here's what we're going to do. Tell them that we didn't get that we didn't buy anything."
Wow, I will have to say that the cherry was very delicious.
I wouldn't know.
It was not soaked in any alcohol, but it was very delicious. Wow.
So what are you thinking on that one?
So I'm struggling. I know that it's a coffee stout. Does not taste like coffee stout. The coffee is very subtle. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing for me. The ABV 7%, that's up there, which is good.
It was smooth drinking though.
Very smooth.
I mean, really.
My flavor, I had more of the coconut, and then with that little cherry. So I did have those two flavors. I'm struggling to try to pick up the white chocolate. So that's the only thing that I see as any knock on the whole thing. I mean, it's still, the finish, the flavor, everything was good. So for me, I still think I'm going to go with 3.1.
Okay.
I mean, even with the knocks, it's very good beer. I just can't believe how good their flavors have been so far.
Yeah, I agree. I was going the exact same score. And my knock was going to be that it tasted more like coconut to me than it did. I mean, the coffee was very good. I didn't get the cherry. I don't know if the actual cherry was the only cherry that was in it. You know what I mean? Or if there was actually cherry flavoring, because to me it tasted more like coconut.
Yes.
But still, I think it was a very good flavor. And like I said, it didn't taste like chewing on coffee grounds, and that's always kind of that knock that I have on some of them. So yeah, I'm going to 3.1 as well. I thought it was very well done.
Yeah, so far, the flavors, that's probably the only one we've had where the flavor was a little bit muted. Yep. But so far, they've been really
good, and they've been kind of all across the board. Each one we've tried it has had flavor.
Very unique.
So yeah.
Very standalone flavor, which is good.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so what are we?
So the next one we have is Lord Helmet Schwarzbier.
Oh boy!
Now, do you know Lord Helmet? Have you seen the movie Spaceballs?
I have, but I don't know. It's been many years.
So Spaceballs with
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis, he's Lord. It's Dark Helmet, but it's instead of Darth Vader, it's Dark Helmet.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
I'm sure that's what they're playing off of. So this is a Schwarzbier, and it's 5.2%. So we really don't have a whole lot of other description yet.
No, nothing. Now, Schwarzbier, do you know where that comes from?
It's a German style.
So it's German.
Yes.
So our buddy Colby would probably right in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, Schwarzbiers. I've had some very good Schwarzbiers before, and if they're done right, they're very good. So we'll see how this one is.
All right. Well, it is dark in color.
Oh yes. Yeah.
This is almost as thick as that first one. Very wet smell. What's the
It's almost got a when you taste it, it's almost got a little bit of a sour tinge to it.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
That's different. Not horrendous.
Not right.
It's just,
but it's definitely different than most of the Schwarzbiers I've had.
Yeah, and we don't. And again, what difficult. We don't have any description.
They just gave us the ABV
in the name. So I am struggling to pick up what that flavor is.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's just that almost I don't want to say a sour, but it's almost like a sourness to it on the finish.
Yeah, it's just,
I don't know.
I wish I could describe it even more challenging. So I don't know what. I wish they would give us a little more detail. I mean,
right.
It's not going to hurt anybody by telling what.
No.
But yeah, like you say, that the aroma is just a little bit hard. You got to get over that. And that flavor.
The flavor just, I don't know. Personally, I guess I'm not sold on this one very much.
No,
which is a bummer because I do like Schwarzbiers, but this one is just a little different.
Yeah, and I mean maybe it's their take on it. I wish I knew. I wish I could tell the audience a little bit more. I mean, because we're always trying to help them,
right?
But this one,
no, ladies and gentlemen, there's like I said, we'll have tried 8 of their beers, and they have 14, and they do have some IPAs. We didn't take any other IPAs.
They got a couple sours.
So it's just these ones really kind of stood out to us to try. We were thinking that maybe the flavor was going to definitely be, something that we would really kind of get into. So they do have other beers than what we're trying today.
Yeah.
I give it credit for the Lord Helmet, the name reference. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yep.
Color-wise was very much like a Schwarzbier. The aroma was a little different, and the flavor to me was a little different. Yeah. I'm going to go I'll go a 2.4.
2.4.
Just because I think I've had other Schwarzbiers that are very good.
Yep.
This is not bad, but I think it's just a little bit below average for a Schwarzbier.
And I'm right in there with you. I was even going to go a little bit lower. I was going to say 2.3. Because now, I mean, after taking that drink,
you got kind of that
aftertaste. The finish is not.
Yeah, it's a weird.
It's really, really lingering. Where all the other ones you've had so far,
none of them really
it went away. The finish was very smooth. This one is more different than all that we had here.
Yep, I'd agree with you.
All right.
Well, we got two left.
Two to
one
go.
is really dark and one is light.
Okay. So
lighter in color.
There you go. So which one are we at now?
The first one that we got is called, make sure it's the same one.
Number 7.
Oh, okay. So this is different. This is on our list. It's different than that.
Yep.
So this is the Muffin Top Blueberry Coffee Blonde, 5.5%.
And this
it's a good thing we looked at that because this was on here. It says it's a chocolate stout, and that's not it.
Right. So this one definitely looks blonde.
Yes.
For a coffee beer.
Yeah.
For a coffee one.
Very much so.
I was not expecting it to be that color.
Wow. Wait till you smell it.
Uh-oh.
It smells like blueberry coffee. It's kind of what it smells like.
Wow. You can definitely get the aroma of the coffee.
Yeah. It's like, wow.
Wow, that's good. The aroma's good. That's not bad.
The coffee ones that we've tried of theirs, they've figured out how much coffee to put in.
Right.
I give them credit for that. I don't know if I'm getting a whole lot of blueberry.
No.
But the coffee is, again, it's like spot on for the amount that you should have in a beer.
Yeah, it's not. It's got a good aroma. You can smell it. Mm-hmm. But then the taste, you taste just a touch of it, and then the finish is really smooth. And I wonder if that's what the blueberries.
It could be. Maybe that just mellows it out or something. Because I guess I do get on the finish a little bit of a blueberry. Kind of, you get the coffee, and then it's kind of like a berry. Very subtle, but it's that's good.
This is, definitely not bad. In the 5.5% ABV.
Yeah,
you could drink this ice cold on a hot summer day. Yeah, I can see taking a few of these.
Oh yeah,
wow, that's decent.
That is. I never would have thought of coffee and blueberries.
Right.
We've had coffee and maple syrup, or blueberry and maple syrup. We've had coffee and maple syrup. All that kind of stuff. But I can't remember. We probably had it before. Coffee and blueberry, but if it is, it's not many of them.
Right. This is really good. this is, well, I don't know if it's the number one so far yet today, but it's up there. It's one of the better ones we've had. I think it's one
of the better ones.
Yes. Yeah. I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna go 2.9. I like. This is not bad. They're doing a good job.
Yeah, and I think because I was just going, okay, I don't want to have any ties.
Yep.
So I think, have I used a 2.9 yet?
I don't think you have either.
If I haven't, I'm going to use
Well,
that.
you have River Bottom.
Oh, shoot.
And you get a 3.0 and a 3.1. You don't have a 2.8.
Yeah, this is better than the River Bottom. I'm going to go 2.9 just to.
All right.
I'll have a tie, but
See,
I think it's better. I know.
I don't paint myself in the corner.
Yeah, I do that too often. It's like, crap. Now what?
This is a good one. I'm glad we're ending on a high note, these last two.
Well, hopefully we end on a high note. So
Awesome. That's good.
the last one we have
Is what number?
is number 14. It is Canadian Flapjack
Okay.
Maple Pecan Stout, 8.8%.
So this is our
So this will
highest,
be our highest one.
highest one here, which we're not afraid, right? We're willing to sacrifice
Yeah, we will sacrifice just for the audience.
for the good of the people.
We will try an 8.8%er.
So I don't know if you noticed, but it looks like, so they've got Canadian Flapjack and then Canadian Tuxedo are both of their stouts.
Oh,
Number
yeah.
3.
And
So I don't know, I don't know where the GreenTree, that was kind of organic type of thing.
Well, and you look at their logo. I mean, it's almost like that Tree of Life kind of deal,
Right.
It's an interesting.
Ooh, I can smell the maple. A little bit of
Trying
pecan.
to, yeah. That's what. At first, I was like, "What is that?" But it's got to be the pecan.
It's almost like a burnt pecan, isn't it?
I can definitely taste the maple,
Wow.
but it's not.
Not over the top.
I was gonna say
It's not
the
like really
maple-
sweet.
We've had maple where you're like almost like drinking maple syrup.
Yeah. And it
And-
hurts your teeth. It's so sweet.
Yeah, and this is not.
Wow.
On the finish, I do get almost that
Little bit of pecan.
that bit of a pecan.
But just the right touch. It's
Yeah,
not, wow.
that is crazy. That is really crazy.
That's really good. I mean, and for an 8.8,
8.8. It drinks smooth.
the finish is smooth.
That is wild. That is really wild.
That's wow. I'm glad we had this one last. This is good.
Yeah, I mean, I figured this one probably had to sit for a little bit,
Right.
just to bring some of the more of the flavors out.
I mean, you
You can get the maple with the
the
pecan
pecan.
on the end.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Wow. And it's not really. I mean, the color is dark,
Yeah.
but it's not like oil or
No,
tar.
no.
It's darker, but
It's not that dark. It's more of a dark brown.
Yep.
More so than a black. And the head was like that tan kind of color.
so this. Wow, this is really good.
Yeah.
I'm pleasantly
impressed.
surprised.
I'm surprised.
Very happily surprised.
Yeah, that is whatever the quotient is for the coffee. They must use it the same with the maple syrup because it is definitely not over the top.
No.
You don't feel like you're getting diabetes when you're drinking it. And then you can still taste the pecan. That's the thing that's kind of crazy to me because we've had a lot of beers with pecans or whatever, and it gets lost.
Right, you can't taste it at all.
Yeah, it gets lost in the shuffle. And this one, it's like right there on the finish. It goes from the maple to the pecan, and it's
There. It's
there.
good.
You can definitely taste it.
So I'm thinking I'm going to give this a 3.3. I like the flavors. I like all the way around. I mean, not a bad drink at all. I mean, what are you thinking?
I'm gonna go like a 3.4. I'm gonna go just a little bit up.
You're even going to go
one
higher.
up on you. I think, like I said, just that it was almost a perfect combination. I mean, I think.
Yes.
Maybe they got lucky. I don't think so because I think just with their coffee beer, with all their beers, it was just other than just that the one blonde,
Right.
the berry blonde. That one I wished had more flavor. The rest of them I thought were spot on. And again, what they said was in there, you could taste it for the most part. And that last one, you could definitely taste the pecan and the maple.
Very good all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to do a wrap up?
Yeah.
What do you
do
think?
that?
Should I give you what I've got? So,
yeah, why don't you go first?
So my number one is a Canadian Flapjack.
Yep.
That was by far for me the best one. And then I would dip down a little bit to the Canadian Cherry. And maybe it's because I got to have the cherry.
Yeah. I didn't get that. So.
You didn't get that. So that was my number 2. And my number 3 was the River Bottom, the red ale, which for me, that might be one of my best red ales ever.
Yeah, it was good.
I mean,
that was very good.
That was really good. I mean, I was surprised, but very good. I'm glad that we had that one.
Yeah. See, for me, the number 1 was the Canadian Flapjack. I just thought the flavor was outstanding on that. The cherry was, even though I didn't hit the cherry, that was still, the flavor was very good.
Yep.
And I thought the Sandy Cheeks, which was the pineapple mango wheat, was right up there for me. I thought that had really good flavor.
Yeah, it definitely didn't taste like a wheat beer.
No, I thought the citrus counteracted the wheat, and the wheat counteracted some of the acidity of the citrus.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought, honestly, all of the beers, again, the only one I thought flavor-wise was a little off. The Schwarzbier was a little bit, to me, was a little different.
Yep.
And then that berry blonde, I just wish that had just a tad more flavor. But overall, I thought they did a really good job.
Yeah. This is like, I'm glad we came here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is...
Considering this really was kind of one of those that passing through.
Right. We had no idea. I mean, it's kind of on the main road. I mean, it's maybe, a mile off the interstate.
Yeah.
So
roughly.
Nothing like way out of the way. But I mean, wow, this is worth the stop.
Definitely.
And then I think even in the summertime, if the weather was a little nicer out and they had these down, you're right on the Mississippi.
Yep.
So you're overlooking the water.
Yep.
Very quiet town.
They've got decent little parking area. And in the front, the parking's a little bit limited because you're on the main drag.
Right.
But then they do have a lot right next here that it looks like you can park a few cars in it.
Right. But I mean, everything looks, because we're between the main highway and the river.
Yep.
So it's not a big area. And
you can hear some of the traffic going by because like I said, we are out on their, I guess, 3-season porch kind of thing. But yeah, I think this is a cool place. And,
I'm glad
like you said,
stopped.
in the summer, sometime we're passing through, we'll have to pull in and try them again. But yeah, I thought I have no complaints whatsoever with these guys. So once again, if you're in LeClaire, if you're stopping at Antique Archaeology after you buy all that stuff that you watch them buy on TV, stop over here because you're only a matter of a few blocks from their store to the brewery.
Yep.
And give it a whirl. I mean, I think you'll be happy. I mean, just the flavor wise, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm glad we stopped. I mean, each one of these was each had a very distinct and unique flavor.
Yep.
Which was good. None of it bled over. This would be one of the breweries I see in 5 years, 10 years maybe, expanding, getting bigger, moving to more locations. Because they're doing a good job.
They're doing a really good job. So awesome, man. Well,
we're off to a good start.
Off to a good start. Like I said, our plan, I think we've got
a few.
Maybe another 8 breweries I think we're talking about. Luckily, we have kind of a long weekend, so we're going to hit a few each day. But we started off good. This is a good
good way to start the weekend.
Yes, very much so. So hey, Jim, thanks for stopping along and eating that cherry when you found it. Saving me from doing that. And, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, if you're ever in the LeClaire area, make sure to stop here at GreenTree Brewing on Cody Road, and you'll definitely enjoy yourself. So,
that sounds good.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Great way to start.
Exactly. So again, ladies and gentlemen, like we always say, we hope your campfire is always warm.
And your beers are always cold.
See ya.
Take it easy. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Northwoods Beer Guy podcast. If you have a question, a comment, or a beer you'd like us to review, please feel free to send us a message at northwoodsbeerguy@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're on Untappd, look up Northwoods Beer Guy and send a friend request. Until next week, I hope all your campfires are warm and all your beer is cold.